Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another heavy rotation video. Now, sorry it's been a while. I guess it's been a week. I'm out of it. It's been crazy. Again, lots of exciting things coming, but I can't talk about them yet. So we'll talk about them when we can. We got a lot of great finds this week. Got a usual, batch of heavy hitters from Zambia, and then I've got some other stuff too. So I've got some really nice stuff from Zambia today to show you. I got this package that came in today. Super psyched about it. I got a package that came in last week. Super psyched about that stuff too. So I'm in heavily. I always go through phases. I've been in a heavy Zamrock phase, but I also have been in a really good funk, soul jazz type phase too. So I'm getting to a lot of cool stuff there. Also, thanks a lot. No one even commented last video how cool it was that I put music in the video. So what I'd done was, I don't know if you didn't even notice, but I started a new channel called Find This Record on Facebook. Oh my gosh, it's like 3 a.m. On YouTube, so I could rip all this music that's not so where you can hear it anywhere. I'm really getting famous off this now. I'm joking. It's got like 30 views per video, which is not why I do it, but I do want people to enjoy it. So go on there, listen to some music, make me feel better about myself. Spending all this time ripping music and no one cares. But anyways, so I have in my last video I put in the corner the album that was playing, and since it's not copywritten stuff, I can get away with it. So it's really cool. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an album that has been ripped, and you can hear it while I'm talking about other records, and so that I can fill the whole video up with music and me talking. It's really awesome. So this is a record I don't know anything about, nor does probably anybody. This is the Wavelets, So Dull Without Her on True Tone. This is, I believe, South Africa, and it is like soul. It's like soul R&B type stuff. It is really good. And actually, I got a shipment from Zambia, and this was in there. I didn't even know it was going to be in there. They just threw it in, and on Discogs it's never sold. Don't know what it's worth. Don't really care. But it's just a really cool record that there was no recording of it online, nothing like that. So I ripped it, put it on there for your enjoyment. So this is what's going to be playing for the next little bit while I'm talking about records. So really, one I was really excited about is this Paul Ngozi Heavy Metal. I've been wanting this one for a long time. This has got some really crazy psychedelic guitar riffs on it. This one's nuts, and I've been wanting it for a really long time. It's one of the hardest and most expensive Ngozi records to get. There's a bunch of Ngozi family records, but this is one, man. I mean, the color scheme and the cover is amazing, but you see how torched this one is. The vinyl is similar to this bad in condition. It's a really rough copy, but I've got an upgrade coming of it. So it's funny how sometimes you'll find a record, you'll be looking for a record for years, and then you'll get a rough one, and then you'll upgrade it the next day. That's pretty much what happened with this one. So this one came from Zambia, and a lot of times when you're buying records and they're sending them out, you really don't know the condition that they're in until you get them. So this one is not as good as I'd hoped, but it is there. This is one that I was really excited about. This is called Heavy Connection. This is Paul Ngozi family with Chrissy Zebi Timbo. Anyways, I showed his record last week. He's the drummer. Great stuff. But anyways, this Heavy Connection is a tough one to get. I've really never seen anybody show it before, and I've never seen anybody who had it. So this is actually a really nice copy of this. There's some crackle, but that's to be expected. But as far as I don't feel like I really need to upgrade this one unless I find a stone mint one or something. This one's a pretty clean one I'm happy with. So that's a really tough one to get. Got a whole stack of stuff here that's stuff that I've ripped. This is just a comp, the best of Paul Ngozi. I want one of everything, so that one is one I wanted. It's on the Sound Project label. Really cool stuff. Zamrock, I'll show that in a minute. Which Lacumbo Vibes. This is a really gnarly one. Really love this record, and it's a tough one to get. And I actually somehow ended up with 2 copies of this. So in all of my ordering, you know, I ordered 2 because I'm like, well, one will be good trade fodder for something else, and then the other one, you know, so I'll end up hopefully one of them being a really nice copy. This one's decent. It's a decent copy. But when I got it, the back cover is pretty torched. Like, there's a hole in it. So, anyways, that's that copy of that. And then I got this one. Actually, I haven't even had time to clean it yet. But this one's got the back cover, and the disc is really nice on this one. So these, for some reason, I don't know if it's the color or what, but the you know, sleeves always get real trashed with this one. So anyways, hard to find them in decent shape. Let's see what other ones I've got here while we're on the Witch train. This is Witch in the past. As you can see, this cover is torched. I've got 2 discs because whenever I see a disc come up without a cover, I get it if it's in decent shape. So this is a really just filler torched copy. It's barely listenable. It's really bad. So I didn't pay much for it. Got a really good deal on it. But it is just, it's one of those. Wanted a copy. There's the copy. Another one, Paul and Ngozi in the Ghetto. Really, this is a decent, I believe it's a decent copy. It's not too bad. But, you know, just another one, hard to find, clean. They all look about like this, you know. Yeah, he's got his face on there. But there's always ring wear. But it's a cool picture. The Ghetto. This is another really cool one. This is Mike Naoni, and it's called Kawalala. But man, look at that cover. This is a fantastic record. Mike Naoni was in a band called Born Free, and it is some killer Zamrock. He has another record called Can't Understand You, and it's really good. But this is one. There's some rips of it online. They're not rips. I think that they're just. It just says Born Free. It's like a green cover. It's on YouTube. Anyways, look that up. There's some great songs on there, and all these songs are on there. Because I was gonna rip this and put it on, but this is kind of a crackly copy, and those are great, so I don't need to. But yeah, this has got really killer like groove, like funk grooves, and like really great drums, really great percussion, and some fuzz guitar. There's some funky tracks. There's some psychedelic tracks. This is a killer record. Love it. This is a Keith Malevu. Some people tried to school me last video on how to say his name, which I welcomed that. I found 3 or 4 copies of this. This is the cleanest one that I've found. So, really nice. It's called, what's this? Benefumisa, something like that. But yeah, this is a really killer one. I love him, man. He's one of my absolute favorites of the whole scene. I got another copy of this. This is a really nice copy. I got to figure out which copy's nicer, mine or this one. This is Witch Moving On. This is when they were in their funk years. This is my favorite in that era of funk. Really great record. This is a grail right here. So this is Musia Tunya, Wings of Africa. This is a pretty decent copy. I'm going to show you my other copy of this. So I think the general consensus is that this was the first pressing, but it was both in the same year. But this is the other cover of Wings of Africa, the same record. But this one is, I think, regarded as the first issue, and this is the second. But this copy is really rough, and I really just wanted it for the cover so I could have both covers. This is one I've been trying to get from this guy in Zambia, and he ended up making a whole package for me over the course of a few weeks, so I knew it was coming. But it's actually not a bad copy. The cover looks pretty rough, but I think I prefer this cover. This is a really sweet cover. But Ricky Illalonga, I talk about him all the time. Fantastic, like Zambian guitar virtuoso. Great player. He was in Musia Tunya. But yeah, this is a pretty good one. Nadara Mbao was another. He played bass guitar, lead vocal. He did some other cool stuff. So, anyways, this is a Grail. This is a Zamrock Grail. But I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with this copy. It's I need to clean it up. Like I said, I just got this in the mail today. I haven't had time to clean them, but this is one I think it's going to play a lot better than my other one. I'm pretty excited about it. This is a filler copy. Like I said, I got this one for really cheap. It's going to be crackly, but it plays. This is Teddy Chisi Limbakani. Butchering it, probably. But, yeah. So, the backing band, really interesting story here. The backing band for this Teddy Chisi record is a band called Fireballs. Now, Fireballs, I'm going to show you this. Now I can prove to you that I wear pants during my videos. Ugh! This Zamrock box set from Vinyl Me Please. This band called the Fireballs. They put this album in there called Dots. Now, really interesting story behind this. So the Fireballs had an album called On the Mountain. And it was a fantastic Zamrock record. Must have. Don't have it. I want it. Killer. So they were kind of negotiating a deal on the rights for On the Mountain. So, I forget the guy's name. Sorry, I had to wet my whistle. Forget the guy's name. Was it? I don't remember. I think it was. I'm not going to say that because I think I know which one, but I don't want to misquote. So one of the guys that kind of had the master tapes and all that stuff, they had like arranged this whole contract to get On the Mountain issued. So they wanted to put it in this box set. So they worked out the whole the contract and everything, and he actually had the master tapes, which doesn't ever happen. And so he mailed the master tapes with his signature on all the paperwork. They got the master tapes, they put them on to listen to them, and they're like, this is killer, but this is not On the Mountain. So they call him and they're like, what the heck is this? This is not. And he said, oh, that was our unreleased album, Dots. We never put that out, so no one's ever heard it. And so while they're pretty pissed that they didn't get On the Mountain, which was essential Zamrock, and they really wanted to put in the box set, they were like, well, this is a chance to put out a completely unreleased Zamrock record by a super incredible, iconic Zamrock band. So they were, in the end, pretty excited about it, that they were able to debut this record for the first time ever. So this is a really killer record, a lot of great instrumentation in here. Anyways, so there's a podcast that correlates with this box set that I heard about that story on. That's how I got that information. I'm always like, how do you guys get this information and people won't tell you? I'll tell you. There's some good podcasts in here, and I think on their YouTube channel, on Vinyl Me Please YouTube channel, they have some cool content, I think. But anyways, and so that is a cool story I thought I would tell you. But so they Fireballs played on both the Teddy Chisi's records, and then they had that album, Dots, but their album that they did together was On the Mountain, and I think they played backing for a couple other Zamrock records as well, if I remember correctly. But anyways, this is one I really wanted. Really great stuff. Original, pretty nice cover too. The disc it's rough, but you know what? I'm gonna clean it up and just see how it does, because a lot of it's grit. Because like sometimes if you're like, hey, send me a clip of it playing, the guys will send me a clip of it playing. And that one sounded pretty crackly, but if I clean it up, sometimes it helps. This is one he threw in for free as a gift. I don't even know what this is. This is Tezi Nakufeli Boboto. If that's a curse word, I'm sorry. But some African music. I don't know. We're going to listen to it and see. But anyways, I guess we got to change the track here. So here's another song you can listen to. Let's see what else is here. Here's an African record. This is a Zambian record. This is called PK Chashala Common Man. This is one, don't know a lot about it. There was no rips of it, but his records are pretty common in Zambia. He had a lot of output. He had a few pretty good records. But it's more like a Kalandula type of feel than... A Kalandula is like this kind of a sweeping guitar. It's more akin to reggae than rock, but it's kind of a really iconic type of music in Zambia that's pretty regional to them. So anyways, that's playing right now. I've got that playing. I ripped that one. It was previously not on the interwebs. So this is another one, Sunshine Love by Ricky Illalonga. I've been trying to get a really good clean copy of this. The cover of this it's been water damaged, but the disc is really clean. So hopefully I can get a better cover down the line sometime. But Ricky Illalonga, I talk about him all the time. Fantastic player. I mean, when I listen to his albums, mind-blowing stuff. This is another one. Well, here's a Ricky Illalonga Dread Eyes. I've just had a heck of a time finding a clean copy of this. This one's pretty clean. This is the cleanest one I've found. I've found like 5 copies. That's the cleanest one. Here's one. This is a pretty clean one. This is Love and Freedom, Keith Malevu. This is one that I looked on my want list, and this is the one Zamrock record that's been on there the longest. I saw a picture of this cover probably like 6 or 7 years ago when I was doing my Witch. I was going through, all the Witch stuff and trying to discover some new Zamrock bands, and I remember seeing this picture, and I was like, that album cover is fantastic. And so it's been on my want list like the longest out of anything. Yeah, Keith Malevu, I talked about him in my last heavy rotation video, I believe. But just he's so unique. His styling is just different than a lot of the other Zamrock stuff. I feel like he was a really good composer. His songs just have more of like more of a melody, more of a better constructed melody than a lot of other stuff that I've heard. Great guitar work on here, amazing stuff. So great. Another one. So I think that's all the Zamrock stuff I'm going to show in this video. Another one that I got from Zambia is this Afro Soko Soul Live. This is Gerald Pino and his Heartbeat. So it's Geraldo Pino, I'm sorry. But I had another Geraldo Pino record. Where is it? It's over there somewhere. But it was a reissue of another one of his records. But really good, like Afrobeat funk. Incredible stuff. So this album was released in South Africa or Nigeria. I can't remember, with like a black cover. But in Zambia, it was released with this green cover. And when I got this, it had tape all over it. And I was able to I took the disc out and then took my wife's hair dryer and was able to get the rest of the tape off without doing too much damage. The disc's actually really not that bad on this. It plays pretty well. So, with all these records, when you get them in rough shape like that, as long as they'll play without skipping, I'm pretty happy. And you have to shift your brain a little bit because, I do have part of my brain is devoted to audiophile records and stuff. But this is a totally different side of it. Like, to where you have to be okay with hearing the crackle and experiencing that and listening to the music through that. It's just different. It's a whole different thing. This is like a lot of these albums you can't get reissues of. There may be a reissue of this. It's probably a bad example, but some of them you can't get the reissues of, and you just have to listen to the album if you want to hear it on vinyl. That's the way you're going to do it, and it's fine. But you can appreciate it through the crackle. And so I'm not somebody who's just going to say, if there's any, I won't do less than I used to. And for most of the part, if I can get it for better than VG Plus, I will. I try to get everything VG Plus or better. But when it comes to Africa stuff, it's just not possible. It's possible, but it's unlikely. So, anyways, I do the best what I can with my copies of stuff. But if it's between having it in that condition and not having it at all, I'd rather just have it. You know what I mean? So this is one, man. I've ripped this and I'm gonna throw it up pretty soon. This is the Mushrooms, Mama Africa. Look at that cover. Would you just look at that cover? I mean, holy crap! And it sounds like this too. It's like an African reggae funk with some killer synth stuff. This album is amazing. What's even more amazing is this is like a near mint copy. This is super, super. I mean, I couldn't even believe how clean this was when I pulled it out of the jacket. Because the guy I got it from, he's like, oh, it's excellent condition, which is pretty much what they always say. So you really don't know what you're getting. But the cover was so clean, I was like, man, it really is that nice. And it is. Holy moly, it's nice. I have listened to this record probably more than any of these records. It is killer, and I love it. So, great one there. I'm just realizing how much of the stuff that I've recently gotten is like pretty much all African stuff, which I'm fine with. This one's really cool. It's called the Black Warriors Nalala Kwa Tabu. And this variation, I'm probably gonna have to add it to Discogs because this Beat City label, I don't see the one that's on Discogs isn't on Beat City. But anyways, really cool. This is a really cool African record, funky, Afrobeaty, kind of high life tinges to it. It's a cool record, pretty rare, hard to find. Just look at it. Just look at it. So that's a killer one. This one, I don't think I've ripped this one yet, but I'm going to. This is Millie Come Back by the Soul Throbs. Just look at these guys. You know, with that type of attire, they really know how to get down and boogie. There's just no question about that. These guys really know how to party. And this is some real funky, like instrumental funk type stuff. Most of it is, and it's almost like similar to the Booker T and the MGs type of feel. Gosh, I really got tired just now. I really need I need to get more sleep. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, and now it's 3 a.m. So it's almost been 24 hours. I'm gonna get to sleep though. The reason why I'm up this late doing this video, not that I need to justify myself, but my wife's gonna go out of town, and I'm watching the kids for a week, and so I'm not gonna get a lot of time to be in my record room and to be able to do videos. So I'm trying to knock them all out in one night. So this is one that I actually also got in from one of my suppliers in Zambia. This is called Sam's Apple Pie, or Sam Apple Pie. It's a British blues rock type thing, but it's funny that a lot of records got imported into Zambia from the UK. So during, they kind of had like an industrial revolution in Zambia at the time, to where they were mining copper, and so there were people coming from all over to mine copper, and so some people from the UK came over to live in Zambia and mine copper. So during that time, a lot of people realized they could either mine copper or they could be in Zamrock bands and not work as hard, and they could get paid more. So the people that were musically inclined, some of them ended up being in Zamrock bands, and the nights that the people would be out partying after work, the Zamrock guys would come out and they'd play and they get paid. And so that's just kind of part of the whole scene was, you know, after work, going out to bars, things like that, and having these Zamrock bands playing. But anyway, so some really killer UK psych and folk and stuff that are UK pressings got brought into Zambia that way. There's a picture of Jagari, which is the frontman for Witch, holding a copy of July, the original UK major minor copy of July that he found in Zambia, which is like a $2,000 record. Crazy. But anyways, this was there, really good, like blues rock, is in really good shape. This is a recent classic vinyl series. Shout out to my boy Will. I don't think he's watching this, but he comes to my store all the time, and he was like, did you get that Two-Headed Freak? It's called Two-Headed Freak by Ronnie Foster. This is a classic series that they did, and this is a like jazz funk jam. If you see this record, get it. It is freaking killer. I didn't even know they were doing it, and he was like, yeah, I've been kind of out of the loop a little bit with new arrivals and stuff. Just I have my mind in the used department so hard that I've just really not thought about it. And so I missed this one in the shop. So I was able to, I ordered a bunch of them. I got one. So I got this one for me, and I got a few more coming that'll be here middle of this week, probably. So anyways, really, really, really killer one. You need to check this out. At least stream it. It's nuts. So, yeah. This is another one I found, I got from Now Again Records. This is IQ, Please the Nation. This is a band from Zimbabwe, I think. Yeah. But anyways, IQ, super rare. The guy, Egon, who does all their stuff, he's the leader of all of it. I think he had found a copy of this, just a disc or something. I can't remember. But I know that they have some 45s that are a little bit gettable, but the album is just ungettable. Can't find it. And so he actually ended up finding someone that had a cover that they could scan so he could get a copy of the cover, like a picture of the cover. I think it's in here somewhere, but I know he posted it on his Instagram page. It's a wicked looking cover. It's really cool. But this is Please the Nation. Really cool. It has a Zamrock feel to it. Recently got this in that honey hole. I got a bunch of stuff in that honey hole. I don't know what I did with it. It's around here somewhere. I don't know. But this is one I found in there, and I never heard of it before, but this is called Bob Speaks Out on Rock Music, recorded live. I listened to this whole thing. It's really funny. This guy's like, he's talking about, I mean, it's definitely church related, but it's just talking about the rock and roll scene and how all the rock musicians are evil and they want you to do drugs. But in the midst of it, he talks about how he was in rock bands, and he plays some nasty guitar licks. I gotta say, like, he's talking about how bad the guitar, you know, influences your brain negatively and all this, and then he's just wailing. So I'm like, I don't even know what you're doing because you're freaking killing it. So there's some really cool stuff on this record. Most of it's just him talking, but there's a couple cool little jams on there. It's pretty cool. So anyways, this is like a second pressing. It's got it's on the High Records label and Motown. It's Ann Peebles, Can't Stand the Rain. Really want a first press of this. I really want a clean first press of this. This song, Can't Stand the Rain, is so phenomenal. It's such a weird song. It just, like, it when you hear it, you're like, what am I hearing? This is just, it's nuts. But it is funky. It has the coolest sounds on it. It's a very, very cool record. Very cool track. Can't Stand the Rain. Got an upgrade of my Zombies Odyssey and Oracle. The one I had, like, the cover had been a little bit water damaged, so it was kind of wavy, and it just got on my nerves. But a friend of mine sold me this, and it's a perfect promo copy of Odyssey and Oracle. I have no qualms with that. And this is a killer Psych record on Tower. It's called Scorpion. I had to reissue this for the longest time, and I always wanted an original, but I was like, you know, it'll come around eventually, and you know what, it did. So anyways, I'm going to go get some sleep. I shouldn't have even made this video. I probably mispronounced everything I said. Let me know if you like the music in the background. If not, I'm not going to waste my time doing it. But it seems really cool. Also, shout out to Vinyl Community College, Fred Putterman. I really like his channel. I've been watching it lately. And he's got a good channel. He's really laid back in his approach. He acts like he doesn't really care what you think, but he does care a lot about the music, and not a lot of people have channels that have that much good information on it. So I really like that channel. Fred, you're probably not watching this, but if you are, keep up the good work. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Why don't you